Thank you very much, Your Honor. My question also is to the government representative in the Senate. Senator Gold, I have been asked to ask you this question on behalf of many people, many Baha'i Canadians in our communities. They are very concerned with what Iran is doing to Baha'i citizens in Iran. The persecution of Baha'is in Iran has increased, and at this terrible COVID time, it's particularly disturbing given the deadly spread of coronavirus in Iranian prisons. Then they have continued, Iranian government has continued to arrest and detain Baha'is on baseless charges. Hosmat Talibi and Mohajid Agrabi, as an Iranian Baha'i couple with family in Canada, were recently arrested and had their belongings confiscated, including a piano played by their daughter. Leader, the Canadian government has always stood up for Baha'is in Iran. May I ask if the Canadian government will once again stand up for the Baha'is in Iran?
Senator Gold.
Senator, thank you for your question and for shining a light on this most disturbing and unfortunately ongoing situation for the Baha'i community in Iran, a long-standing community which has made a great contribution not only to Iran but indeed throughout the world. Canada is challenged in many fronts in its relationships with Iran, but places the human rights considerations and concerns of Iranian citizens at the heart of its foreign policy engagement with Iran. I do not need to remind this chamber of the challenges that we face in dealing with the regime, but I can assure this chamber that the situation of individuals and communities within Iran remains of great concern to this government.
Senator Jaffer, did you wish to ask a supplementary?
Yes, please, Your Honor. Leader, thank you very much for your response, and I'm very much aware, as the Baha'i Canadians, aware of the challenges with the Iranian government. But Leader, Canadian government has always stood up for the Baha'is, and I would ask that it is crucial that we protect the Baha'is and all the minorities. And I ask if the Canadian government will join other governments in speaking out for the rights of Baha'is. We've always done this. Will we do it again?
Senator Gold.
Well, thank you, Senator, for the follow-up question. I mean, Canada's approach to issues like this in Iran and indeed with regard to other countries is indeed to work with our allies. Our voice is stronger when we join with like-minded countries. And Canada remains committed to insisting that countries live up to their human rights obligations. Indeed, that's why Canada led a resolution earlier this month calling on Iran to comply with its international human rights obligations.